Next, I would take 1.5 times my quartile 3 minus quartile 1, so I just filled in those numbers, and I got 31.5. Now what you want to do is two things. You need to get a acceptable range, a minimum low that you could have and a max high. And how you do that is you take your quartile 1 minus the number you just found, and then you take your quartile 3 plus that number you just found. And this creates what we call your acceptable range. Now in order to do the next step, just take a look at the graph that you just created. Is there a minimum number lower than the acceptable 79.5? And in this case, no, there's not. So I do not have any low outliers. And then I'll look at the high side. Are there any numbers higher on this graph higher than 163.5? And there's not. So this graph up here could technically be called your modified box plot because you have no outliers. But let's say, for example, let's pretend that you did have a piece of data that was 100 and, I don't know, let's say 65. This number would be higher than the acceptable range, and all you would do is mark that number on your number line with a star. And that would show on your box plot that that number would represent an outlier. But because this number wasn't in my set of data, I can just disregard that and take away this outlier because it wasn't really in my original set of data. And that's it.